That man's got 26 listings.
I'll say possibly 2 title loans for 100, 150.
He was real quick to commit. 25 minutes. Highly illegal.
Perfect.
Sending the same text. Oh, get on the phone. Crazy to think that this thing right here can make you over 100K a year incredibly easily. No heavy equipment or tools needed, no crazy new product design, and ultimately no insanely lengthy and expensive college degree. A simple cell phone will do it. That's why we're doing another cold call competition in the office today, which should be super fun. If you haven't seen the last one, I will leave it linked down below for you. But it doesn't matter what specific industry you're in or what specific part of an industry that you're in. Great communication mixed with a tiny bit of expertise and hustle will make you a ton of money. I promise. Real estate is just the most common because of how tried and true it is and how much it just hasn't changed over the last 100 years. If you do X, you're gonna get Y. For example, if you make 100 calls a day, you will close 1 deal a week, thus making you 20K a month, eventually leading to 240K a year. It's crazy actually, but the first week I was licensed in real estate, a title rep told me one thing that I will never forget. Okay, so picture me freshly out of college, wearing Vans, you know, crew socks, having my little backpack coming to every meeting. I somehow fumbled my way into the mortgage side of the real estate industry because some guy used to coach his daughter in beach volleyball by the name of Randy Bongard was like, you should come in and learn how the mortgage industry works. And dude's been in the industry for like 10 plus years, super old school. And when I say old school, I mean incredibly, incredibly old school. The guy does everything via phone call. Very little text, very little email. He is calling everyone in his database or everyone on his files every single Monday at a certain time frame and literally dialing them in, no pun intended. He's an absolute machine. Then you have me, you know, at the time, this little young dude who was like, hey, I want to disrupt this industry by not having to call anyone on my phone and just doing all these videos and text messages and typical millennial stuff. I had that real like problem child mentality, which eventually actually worked for me, and that's why X2 Mortgage exists today, because of how different we do things. But at the time, I was just trying to get a single deal done and a single deal under my belt. Right as he walks in, Randy's on the phone, of course, in the corner of the room. Title rep looks me dead in the eyes without even introducing himself and says, that guy over there will make you $1 million with your cell phone alone. Don't get discouraged and trust the process. And I'm like, yeah, there's no way I'm making $1 million off my cell phone. Sure, I might make some money or some good money, but $1 million is so unfathomable for me at the time. I just didn't think it was true. Funny as it is, 3 years later, at the age of 25, I became a millionaire. But one thing that really leveled me up, or one thing that I learned from Randy that boosted my career, was he wasn't doing anything special. Like, sure, he's got a good pitch, he's got a good value add as I'm watching and learning from his calls, but he's not doing anything special. He basically just calls someone, see if they're interested in what he has to say, or if they find value in his proposition. And if they do, great, he continues talking to them, has a great conversation, follows up with them later, and that's how he gets business. And if they don't, then he hangs up and he goes to the next one. The guy is literally playing a numbers game. He knows that if he makes X amount of calls, a certain percentage will be interested, and the vast majority just won't. But he can guarantee that the small percentage that is, those will turn into deals as a result of it. Plus, he's so dialed in on communication that he always answers his phone. And when he doesn't answer his phone, he's likely on the other line, and he lets that customer or that person know that so that they're getting the absolute best communication possible. All my friends know me. When my phone rings, I answer it. And if I don't answer it, I'm probably dead. What I'm trying to say is that it didn't click until later on in my career, but as long as you are incredibly dialed into your cell phone and have phenomenal communication skills, you will make a ton of money. In the world we live in, people want answers immediately. When someone calls or texts, they want to have an answer immediately. And if you can solve that problem, you will make a lot of money. The title rep was right. So now it's time to make everyone else at the company millionaires with some cold calls. Let's go. I'm doing like a full pitch. You're getting, we'll say commitments right then and there. I would love to hang that up on my listing. We're gonna track emails, not calls. Let's make sure we're all on the same page. We want them to hang these signs. We're calling listing agents. Hopefully you guys source listing agents on homes that have sat on the market for a while. Calling listing agents to put up our builder's incentive for resale homes, which is the way I'm selling it as. $0 lender promo that goes up on there. I think if you get someone to commit saying, I like the idea, and I like what you're saying, that's almost as good as them actually hanging it up. It's gonna be hard for somebody to commit, but I think if someone is interested in wanting to put one up, that's a commitment. The idea with them is that they're just interested in what this is. If they put it up, that's obviously the end goal, but if they're interested in this, they're interested in you. If they're interested in you, they're gonna work with you. They're gonna save your number. So that's the plan. Okay, so Rebecca is totally separate. She's gonna call and she's gonna be Yeah, and she's gonna be just trying to get them to want to see our last cold call video. Are you ready, Rebecca?
Yes.
Rebecca's is gonna be like showing a video of our last cold call competition, and if it's something you like and you like the kind of culture and what we do at X2, then you can always hit me up later. Is it alright if I get your email and I can send this to you? You can do that combo in 2 minutes. You're gonna do 10 emails, we're gonna do 5, and then a commitment's gonna be worth 5 points. Like, is that fair? All right, now follow-up emails. So my idea is that I've got this super long email, and if I don't get them on the phone, I'm sending this email, and it's got everything. If I get them on the phone and I talk to them and we go over it all, I'm gonna cut out a lot of that of whatever we went over. And then that way they just see the picture in the video and maybe like a let me know if you want one.
So yeah, we have 2 separate drafts. You have the ones that pick up, and then the ones that are positive calls that you did get them on the phone. Okay, let's get there, because I do want to get dialed in on that pitch. I was thinking, hey, John was calling on 1257 East Elm Street. Was noticing it's been sitting on the market for about 60 days. Have you guys had any interest? Like, what's kind of the deal with it? Why is it sitting? I get the understanding of why it's been sitting, and then I come back. Have you ever thought about offering a financing incentive for it to help drive traffic? Great. Well, let me tell you a little bit about what I've been doing with the agents that I partner with. We do a builder's incentive for a resale of homes. And what does that mean? I just say it all because I'm reckless and I don't give a shit. I said they're going to have 0 origination, 0 underwriting, 0 processing. And on the back end, we can negotiate to cover appraisals. We can negotiate to if you want to contribute so we can get that home moved.
That's good. I'd get a 6 out of 10 if it was me. Here's how you get, in my opinion, a 10 out of 10. I love the intro. I feel like you got them hooked. They're there. You offer the financing incentive, and you keep it super simple. It's just, hey, on your specific listing, I'm looking to grow my business. We will waive all fees, underwriting, application, whatever, all fees on your specific listing to help it move a little quicker. Is that going to help? Like if a buyer comes in with less money, usually they're going to be like, yeah, that does help. That would be great. Yeah, I'm willing to kind of get that going. And then if they go, well, how are you doing this? Or they ask, what's the secret behind it? That's when you go into depth of like, well, we actually don't charge fees for anyone, but we like to spin it to a buyer that on this specific house, they don't have any fees. And yeah, and if they're like, oh, that'd be great. And then someone's like, why? And it's like, well, I would love to earn your business, but if you want to know the real magic, I can kind of share that with you.
It'd be also a hot topic to hit on. Hey, I'm willing to throw in an appraisal cost. And another hot topic that is being covered by a lot of lenders is we're gonna do the refi for free when rates drop.
Let me take a shot.
I noticed your property is sat for because it kind of calls attention to it.
Yeah, I'm ready. 130, go, 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 go!
I was just wondering if I can grab your email address. I can send you a link to a YouTube video. It's on the last time we did a cold call competition. Perfect. I will send that over now.
So it's been flipped and it's been sitting for a while. So I'm just kind of curious, what's kind of going on with it and why is it sitting for so long? Let me ask you this. Do you think interest in the property, is that an issue? Or is it sound like it's getting interest, but the financing has fallen through with it? Was curious if you think, offering basically a builder's incentive for the property would help drive more traffic to it or get someone under contract or get someone more interested to put an offer in, basically. Alrighty, baby. Alright, we're in business. We're cooking. Oh, I love the thrill. Oh!
But I can send you kind of what we do. If it helps out all your listens, that'd be great. Or if you want more info, you can just kind of let me know. Yeah, I'll shoot this over to you and give me some thoughts on it. That man's got 26 listings and he was super interested in it. That would be huge. I'd be done cold calling for the rest of the hour on that. Are you kidding me?
No, I completely understand. I was just say, well, yeah, how about I do this? How about I follow up with an email? Not a problem at all. Thank you so much, Paul. He has a listing. Actually got him as a reference from someone else, but has a listing that's 30 years old over here in Chandler. And I saw this mobile that's pending right now, but he's got, he has another lender that he works with. Has a lender that he works with closely. And I was like, well, we also deal in non-affixed mobiles. And he's like, you kidding? I've got 2 in Peoria that need to go. So, yeah, we got that.
Yeah, you got one. You got one. He was real quick to commit. You get the ones that have been sitting for like 90 days. They're like, man, get it sold. Yeah.
On 5416 Santa Maria Avenue. Getting a lot of voicemails, so I decided to switch it up a little bit and leave a voicemail and send a message, Hopefully get a little bit more going, a little more juices going.
Everything on us. All right, have a good one. He was just like, not at this time, but thank you for your call, and hung up.
I'm trying to grow my business, and as a lender, I'm waiving all of my origination, my processing, underwriting. I'm covering an appraisal. Well, enjoy the beach time. I appreciate you picking up the call. Thanks, Nate. Kind of a hard ass. It happens. That's just fine, though. All the other calls have been super positive, so you're going to have one rotten tomato out of it.
Yep. Yeah. Is his cell phone just the number that I called? And just text that number, or Sorry, one more time. 817. I didn't streamline my text, so now it's gonna take me like 5 minutes to send this text. I was like, I got one on the hook. Fish on, fish on. Phone more! Shit happens when you make calls. Oh, get on the phone. Shit happens. Still sending the same text.
Jeez,
So I gotta have your systems ready to go.
You typing it manually? Oh,
I know.
dude, bro. Amateur hour over here.
25 minutes! That might have been the best voicemail left all day. I'm sick of these voicemails. Hey Denise, my name's Shawn Malkou with X2, and I was calling about your listing. I was just calling to see, I noticed it was sitting on the market for a while. No, I'm actually, I'm a mortgage broker. We're calling on some older listings. Alright, nice talking to you. You too. She wasn't having it, but once she sees the email, she's gonna be having it. Didn't ask for her email though. Crap. 15 minutes! And was curious if you'd be interested in offering this financing incentive on the listing that you have. Sounds good, yeah. Like I said, I'm just trying to help you out, so not trying to be hostile or anything, but hey, I appreciate your time. She was nasty on the phone, but interested in a writer, so we're sending her an email, baby. Oh, you gotta keep your cool. You gotta keep your cool. 10 minutes!
Hi, my name's Rebecca. I'm calling from X2 Mortgage. How are you doing today? Grab your email address. I can send you this YouTube video that we made. It's on our last cold call comp. All right, I will send that. Thank you. Because I can't be on the phone, but I'll give you my email. Good luck.
But if you're interested at all, give me a call back. We can chat about it. 480-358-8. 30 minutes. Tres minutos.
Sure. Well, I'll be fully transparent with you, Claudia. I'm a mortgage broker, and I've been trying to be a little bit more aggressive in my business growth. So.
It was okay. A lot of voicemails.
Hey, I think what we all take. Yes. Before we go over this, I think we sit here and take a pure acknowledgement that make calls.
Make the calls, you know?
Dude, I am more than guilty of it. I'm not even gonna point fingers at anybody else. I have sat behind the bench and not been aggressive about it or been scared or nervous about it. When you dial your pitch in and you come in and be transparent with people, that's I use the language transparency quite a bit on the phone today. The calls went really well. Just be on the phone.
Dude, that's what it is.
Just 2 hours of that.
How
It's
many
gonna make
calls-
all
how
the
many calls
difference.
did you make?
68.
68? How many calls did you make?
Dude, not even close.
Dude, I didn't even make close to that.
I did. I got 15.
I got a lot more no's than I thought I would. One person, when I was like, oh, we're doing a cold call competition, he was like, that's awesome.
There's so much value in the pitch. Dude, there's so much value in the pitch. I didn't have a single no.
Okay, so let's put numbers on the board first. How many commitments? 2 commitments. Emails?
Dude, I sent emails on every call I made, so 15.
So you got 3 points. All right, Rebecca, how many emails?
68.
Jeez. Got Rebecca. Lance, 1 commitment.
1 commitment, 3 emails.
3 emails? No, you sent more than 3 emails. That means you made 3 calls.
2, my thing. When you said it, I got phone number, agent's name, addresses. I didn't know about the email address.
I got, technically, I'm gonna count 0 commitments. I technically got 0 commitments, but I got 1 guy with 26 listings who said, please send me an email. I will likely want you to send me a package of them. But he didn't say I want it. He said, I will likely want you to send me a package of them. Well, you know what? Good. I'll give myself a goose egg. Dang, Luke. Kind of crushed us.
Dude, I'm doing this is gonna change my business. I'm doing every area code. I'm looking this up.
The guy I talked to who said he had 26 listings, he specifically said he led into his combo with, I have a lender, he just started his own brokerage. I'm like, oh, it's really cool. He's like, yeah, he's sending me info on listings for buy down programs. And I'm like, that's great. Everyone can offer buy down programs, but that means your seller is gonna be paying 15, 20 grand. I'm like, you know what's something better is a financing incentive specific to your seller's home that waives fees. I'm like, he might be able to do it, and I'll send you the info, and if he can replicate it, then great, you guys do it, but we've already got them printed, we got them ready to go, and our system's dialed in and set up for it. And he goes, I would love for you to send me that. And then I thought he had 1 listing, and then he goes, I have 26 listings. Please send me that email, and I'll give you a call, and I'll likely want a package of riders.
Yep. Yeah, you don't this changes the game too, right? When you're taught to prospect as an LO, you're taught to prospect buyers. Why? Because listing agents are never going to send you deals. This changes it completely. It's especially 26 listings. You're telling me a deal doesn't come out of that? All those riders on those listings?
I literally got to put in a new order for 26 riders. All right, so there's that. And I think the cool thing, which I was not going to do in my pitch, which I liked that you gave an example on, was asking them why it hasn't sold. So that guy, when I asked him, he said, well, because, you know, the interest rates in the market and things like that. And I'm like, I'm totally there with you, which I love, versus if we went in and said, hey, look, I'm gonna give you this rider. Like, you're asking for the pain point and then immediately solving the pain point that they give you. We know why they're sitting on the market.
So she goes on to tell me, and I had to admire her. I knew she was on a team. I knew it. She was like, well, Luke, you're conveniently calling me at a good time. I love your cold calling me. I love this. This is a fantastic idea. I'm approaching you with this. Do you want to go get coffee next week? And now I'm going out tonight to hang the rider, and now I'm going next week to grab coffee with her to try to be their dedicated lender for the team.
Come on, damn it. Okay. I do love me a good call block. If done properly, you know it's going to yield some really good results. No matter what industry you're in, you just need to pick a cold calling strategy and you need to stick to it. Not for a week, not for a month. No, you need to do it for a couple of months to actually see what kind of results it's going to yield out of it. Don't forget that this thing will make you $1 million. Just trust the process and don't get discouraged.